Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, yes, it is definitely normal to experience deep sadness when you first start your spiritual journey. Even if it's not in the beginning, at some point it is very normal to experience deep sadness, because essentially what happens is you're completely shifting foundations. You're shifting from the foundation of the world, which is genuinely a foundation of fear. A foundation of fear and the beliefs of the world and what humans have decided and what everybody believes to be real and true, limitation, all of the things that are here in this thought system. And you're shifting to the foundation of truth, which is what is real, what is infinite, what is undying, what is eternal. And literally, you're going to begin questioning everything in your experience. And the things that used to bring you joy and pleasure and felt really important to you, that were of the world, that were based in fear, that were really trying to keep you safe and protected, you are going to lose complete interest in them at some point. You are not going to be interested in those things at all anymore. And there's usually a lag time in moving from one foundation to the next. And so during that lag time, you kind of feel like you're in a void. And this is what a lot of people call the dark night of the soul. And it's intentional. Everybody goes through this. You're not alone, and it's completely normal. It's okay to feel sad because you're grieving. You are grieving and letting go of what you thought your experience was going to be into what is truly real and what you are truly experiencing. So yes, allow yourself to feel sad. Allow yourself to be depressed about the things that you're letting go of and that you are releasing. Allow yourself to grieve. And I promise it's not going to last forever, and you'll move through it. And before you know it, you're going to be so secure in your new foundation. That feeling of sadness is going to feel like a massive blessing. And it doesn't feel that way when you're moving through it, but this is the same with any kind of shadow work or healing. When you're moving through it, it doesn't feel like it's going to be amazing. And then the moment you move through it, you're like, yes, it was amazing and so worth it. So you're on the right track. And let me say this before I forget. If you would like Soul Fam, if you have not yet connected with your soul family, if you'd like support, if you'd like a place to step into and practice your gifts, develop your gifts, discover your gifts, just a place to hang out with other like-minded individuals, in my bio, there's a link to my Facebook group. It's called the Love, Truth, Light Playground, and we have a lot of fun in there. So please do join us if you would like to have more of a community. I have not been that active on it lately, but I promise I'm going to be now that I've moved out of my funk. So we do a lot of fun stuff on there, and I definitely encourage you to come and join us. Okay, let's move into this activity that I don't know what it's going to be yet. Okay. The sadness, it's going to vary for every person how long you stay in that kind of void in between. But one of the things that is the most helpful for you and for everyone when you are in that space is to connect with your soul family, is to have that reflection of what you are moving into, the reflection of love, the reflection of feeling centered, the reflection of knowing that that's not a forever thing, that we've all felt and moved through it as well. And honestly, that's what moves you through it, is feeling that support and knowing that you're not crazy for what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. And also having that support when you are going through some of the harder things, when you absolutely have a soul family. If you're drawn here, you're part of the soul fam. You'll find your little group that you really click with, but definitely come check us out on the Facebook group. Okay, so new moon, Lionsgate portal. Okay, the first thing that Spirit said is that before we can even think about what we want to manifest and what kind of intentions we want to set, we need to get clear. We need to clear, we need to cleanse, we need to be in a state of not complete, nothing going on in my experience, but at least clear out whatever kind of gunk is right on the surface. This is stuff that's been coming up the last few days for you. And oh, thank you, Spirit. Sweet. I'm going to ask you some questions, and it's going to help you get that kind of bubbled up to the surface. And what I would like you guys to do is we are going to go through a process right now of allowing ourselves to release and let it go. And one of the most powerful ways of doing that is in a group like this. And so what I would like you to do is when you're answering this question is to put in the chat what your answer is, what you're releasing. Because that is a way of stating your willingness that you actually want to release it. Is by sharing it with others. So you're going to give it all here. You're going to give it all in this space. We have a nice protective energetic bubble that's surrounding everybody that's here right now. It's surrounding you personally, but it's surrounding our whole space. And in this energetic bubble, only love and light is what is coming in. And everything that we are releasing is getting sent out of the bubble and is not going to return. So you are safe to share in this space, to release that which is limiting you and preventing you from moving into a state of purpose. A state of feeling as though you are doing what you are meant to be doing. So, okay, I'm just starting broad, and then we're going to get more specific, okay? So take a few deep breaths. And ask yourself, and allow, when you hear this question, allow yourself to simply go with whatever the first thing that pops into your mind, okay? Because that's what you're ready to release and let go of. So the question is, what am I holding on to that is ready to be released? What am I holding on to that is ready to be released? Mine is a self-doubt, 100%. I am ready to release my self-doubt. I am ready to release playing small. I am ready to release any ideas that I am not ready to step into this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out loud and put words to the things that we're releasing. So I release what others say about me. Yes, we release what others say about me. What other people have to say is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. The Facebook group link is in my bio. It's called the Love, Truth, Light Playground. I release fear and doubt. I release fear and doubt. Yes, yes. Let's get specific. What are we releasing the fear of? What fear are you releasing? Fear is a very general, broad term, they're saying. It's great to want to release your fear, but fear has really gotten distorted into a lot of subtly different energies. So what is your specific fear? What is your specific fear that you're releasing? I am ready to release my self-doubt and lack of confidence in myself. Yes, yes, we are releasing our lack of confidence because we are divine beings of light. We are powerful beyond measure. And, if you haven't heard the good news, it's impossible to fail at your soul mission. So we can release any fear of failure because it is literally impossible for you to fail at the reason that you chose to be here. Did you know that? Fear of driving, fear of not being successful. Yes, yes. Release trauma from being born too early and PTSD. Yes, we release this. We release it, and we know that it is being released and transmuted into energy of the highest good. Release the fear of being misunderstood. Yes, this one is near and dear to me as well. I have a little bit of a veiled fear of judgment, really, of fear of being misunderstood because of the way that I would judge others before I had my awakening. So that's a reflection of me and my old past patterns of the judgment I used to carry. And so I still carry the fear that others are going to judge me for my truth because I used to judge other people for their truth. You see how that works? So that's what I'm releasing as well. I willingly release that. Release the fear of death. Yes, the fear of being alone. The fear of, yes, I release the fear of feeling. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Releasing the fear of feeling. Ooh, I allow myself to feel all of the energies that need to be felt. I know I am safe. I know I am protected. And I know that these feelings do not define who I am. And they're okay to experience. And I will move through them. Yes, release the fear of being broke. Yes, I release any lack mentality. I release any belief in the system of money, right? Because that is where this lack mentality comes from. I release any idea of lack mentality. The fear of getting out of your comfort zone. Yes, I release the fear of getting out of my comfort zone. Beautiful, beautiful. So together what we're going to do, so we can really make sure that we're allowing these words to permeate our experience and really release, really release. Yes, I release the fear of allowing others to get close to me. I release the fear of intimacy. I release the fear of being seen. I release the fear of being known. Yes. So we're going to take a few deep cleansing breaths. I think we're going to do just a few rounds of breath work. And what I would like you to see, visualize yourself doing this. We're going to use fire. We're using fire. Okay, so we're going to use a fire cleansing, what's the word, spirit? Visualization, thank you. So we're going to use a fire cleansing visualization. So continue, allow anything that's coming up in your experience. I highly encourage you, if you feel comfortable, to speak it out loud, because your words have so much power. Your thinking and your words and having this in alignment is so powerful. So you can say, I release, and whatever it may be. So I'm going to move us through this. I'm going to speak it out loud. So you're going to visualize as you're breathing in, as you're inhaling, you're visualizing, you're breathing in this cleansing fire. Of course, this fire does not harm you. It is a powerful cleansing fire that only burns up this stuff that has been holding on in your consciousness, that is not serving you, that has been keeping you from moving into this beautiful state of being. You're going to envision that you're breathing in this cleansing fire and it's just burning up all that, and you're breathing out the smoke just like a dragon. You're breathing out the smoke and the dust and the debris of that which has been cleansed, and it is being completely blown out of your protective bubble. Okay? Excuse me. So I'm going to lead us through the breaths. I'm going to say some things. You just breathe and keep focusing on that visualization. I release all these energies that are no longer serving me. Spirit, in the highest good, we release any energy in this lifetime or of last lifetimes that have perpetuated these cycles of lack. I release the fear of being seen, the fear of being wrong, the fear of making a mistake. I release the fear of being connected to those in my soul family. I release the fear. We release, we allow, we let it go. And we know it is so. Together we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. I feel that. I can feel these energies being like pulled out. Whew. Okay. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Thank you, energy movers, for supporting through that. I felt that for sure. Yes, if you are releasing through tears, that is cleansing. If you're releasing through any other way, that is all normal. If you feel nauseous, that is normal. Allow yourself to do it. Allow your body to do what it needs to do. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes. That was so beautiful. I needed that for sure. Okay. So now that we've released, we've cleared some space, we've moved out of whatever our mentality was in that moment. Now we're in a clearer space to be ready to set that intention and to put vision on our manifestations. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, everybody. So now that we're in this clearer space, if you're still processing, that's okay. No rush. Take your time. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to move through it. No rush. But allow yourself to hear these words and allow these answers to start coming up in your consciousness. So the question is, what do I truly desire? And again, share in the comments. Share in the comments. This is a very interesting experience because you may feel some different fears coming up now, some different limiting beliefs coming up with that word, or with that question. So be mindful of that. But what do I truly desire? Peace, stability, abundance, love, freedom, love, confidence, and self-worth, peace, to be at peace. Oh, this peace. Oh, that peace feels so good. That peace feels so good. I truly desire new love, good health, stability, and self-worth. Success and stability, connection, self-acceptance, yes, self-worth, good health, peace of mind, self-acceptance, yes, health, justice, peace and love, love, abundance, happiness, and health. This is so beautiful. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So now, this is how we move into intention setting. So now that you're getting clear on what you truly desire, if you haven't, or if you can maybe do picture in picture and do it on the notes on your phone, piece of paper and a pen. You can use a pencil too, but pen's better because it's permanent. They're laughing at me that I said that. Yes, love, peace, health, purpose. Yes, soul purpose. Beautiful. I love that one. Okay, so now that you have these, what do I truly desire? We're going to sit down and I want you to write it. I want you to write it. I desire peace. Now, as you're writing these, what you desire, there's a very purposeful reason why we use the word desire. We'll get there in a minute. But as you're writing these, I desire clarity. As you're writing these, recognize if anything starts coming up in your thinking, any feelings start coming up that start telling you why you can't have that, why you don't deserve it. What is it? Are you coming up with all of these steps of what you need to do in order to get there? Are those sorts of things coming up in your consciousness? And if they are, I want you to draw a line down your paper and I want you to write them out too. Because what's happening as you go through this experience is you're not only becoming clear on what you truly desire, what you truly want to be experiencing in this lifetime, but it will also help clarify and reveal what limiting beliefs, what limited thinking, and what experiences in your life are preventing you from experiencing that. Thank you, Ricky. I made it. It's my first one. Okay. Let me not get distracted. So let me give you an example. Let me write one of mine. Okay, so I'm writing, okay, I'm writing, I desire confidence in I'm tripping myself up. Because I'm already thinking of okay, so here's what's happening. As I'm trying to write this out, all of the crap that I have in my head that's preventing me from doing this is what's like coming up in my mind. So I desire confidence in launching my body transformation course. By the way, that's coming soon, guys. Okay, so now what's coming up for me? This is the example I want to see, to give. So when I say this, that I desire confidence in launching my body transformation course, the things that are coming up for me right now is that I don't know enough about this topic to do it. I don't have enough experience. I'm too young. Well, that was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. Because as soon as I finished writing those three things, I felt that release. I know these things. This is why I'm doing this practice with you guys live, so you guys can see this process. I know all of these things intellectually. I know that I'm not too young. I know that I have more than enough experience, and I know that I know enough because it's not me that needs to know. My higher self has all of these answers already, right? And so I know all of these things intellectually, and yet that fear still keeps coming up. So I'm writing these out. So now that I've seen these other beliefs that I have that are going on, I'm waiting for Spirit to tell me what's next. Now we're going to write the affirmations that clear those. Haha. That's it. That answer was there in my head, but I was not trusting myself. Okay, so I was waiting for Spirit to move me through this exercise. So now that we have our limitations that are specific to what we desire, if nothing is coming up for you, that's beautiful. Just keep focusing on what you desire. But things are going to come up at some point, unless you're just a beautiful, beautiful manifesting generator clearness. That's awesome. Something will likely come up for you at some point during this cycle, and so to be mindful of it, and this is what we could do. So one of my things is that I feel like I am too young to do this, right? So instead of saying I'm too young, I am eternal. Instead of believing that I don't have enough experience, I am guided. I am guided and connected to the truth. And instead of I don't know enough, I have divine knowledge. Wisdom. Ooh, they said to correct that to wisdom. I have divine wisdom. Okay. So, like I said, if nothing came up during the time when you were writing what you desired, if nothing came up throughout the week and the weeks to come after you've recognized what you desire, and these patterns start coming up, that you're not good enough, that you don't know enough, whatever it may be for you, even if it was these fears that we were just releasing in the beginning. What we do when we recognize that pattern is we acknowledge that that's the pattern of the past. Okay? So the idea that I'm too young is a pattern in my experience that has come up, especially on my spiritual journey. And I know that I am eternal. I know that to be true about me. But when that pattern comes up, instead of sitting in the idea that I'm too young and going down the rabbit hole of all of the experiences that I had in the past that, convinced me that I was somehow too young, I affirm what is real. I am eternal. I'm an eternal being of light. I have divine wisdom. And this is how you shift out of whatever the belief or limitation or the belief system was that was preventing you from experiencing what you desire into actually experiencing it. Because what will happen is you will catch yourself more quickly every time. You will recognize that pattern more quickly. And you will shift that pattern more quickly until slowly, it can happen very quickly, but it's usually a more gradual process depending on how deeply ingrained that belief is. The truth is what begins to be what you believe and what you are affirming more consistently, more consciously. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay. So, this was the first step. We got one more step. Apparently there's one more step. So that was kind of for a little bit of more of the manifestation side, right? What you desire is what you would like to manifest. So when we have big grand ideas of manifestation. So say, for example, I like to keep them broad because that does help prevent me from placing limitations on them by becoming too specific or setting expectations for the way that it's going to show up for me, keeping it broad. But taking steps each day towards those manifestations is intention setting. So intention setting. Anywho, sorry. I was trying to catch up on the chat, but I think we're good. Thank you, mods. Appreciate you. Okay. So, intention setting. Okay, this is going to feel different than what you may have heard before because that's interesting, new things. Okay. Intention setting. So today, instead of being super duper specific with your intentions, we're going to be broad with our intention, okay? So intention setting. Today, I will be aware of limiting beliefs or thoughts. That are not in alignment with my true desire. Okay, let me read that back. Okay, intention setting. Today, I will be aware of limiting beliefs or thoughts that are not in alignment with my true desire. Okay, this sets the intention so that when that old pattern, that old belief system comes up, that you will be aware of it. So you can choose to begin to affirm that you are eternal. What is real and not the limitation. And you're going to intend today, I am willing to shift any limiting beliefs. So this is twofold. First, that you will be aware of the limiting beliefs and thoughts that are not in alignment with what you truly desire. And second, that you are willing to shift them. So this states your ability to be aware of them, to be aware of your experience, aware of what's going on in your consciousness, and your willingness. And that's key. Your willingness is key. And that's because that's all it takes to shift. That's all it takes to release. That's all it takes to move into the state of being that you desire to be in. The last intention, today, I will experience I was waiting for them to give me the words. Today, I will experience what I truly desire. Okay, so you set the intention that you will be aware of the limiting beliefs, that you are willing to shift them, and that you will experience what you truly desire. Nice. This was so cool. Okay. Thank you for being a part of this experience with me. Alrighty. So, I'm going to do a quick review. Quick review. Yes. Yes, I love that. Today I will experience love, kindness, connection, and happiness. They are within reach. Yes. Yes, I will. I'll repeat them. So the first intention today, I will be aware of limiting beliefs or thoughts that are not in alignment with my true desire. I'm going to write it one more time, or read it one more time. Today, I will be aware of limiting beliefs or thoughts that are not in alignment with my true desire. Now the second one. Today, I am willing to shift any limiting beliefs. Today, I am willing to shift any limiting beliefs. And the third, today I will experience what I truly desire. And I loved this example that just went in the comments. You can absolutely specify what that is. So what I truly desire, right? Today I will experience confidence in launching my body transformation course. Today I will experience peace. Today I will experience clarity. Today I will experience soul connection. Hey Amber, it's nice to see you. Okay. Yay! Let me go over the process one more time for you guys. I will probably be like writing this out and posting it on my website. So I'll do a video when it's available to download. So you can have it in case you didn't get all of the beginning steps. Okay, so in the beginning, we ask ourselves, what am I holding on to that is ready to be released? Before we set intention, before we set manifestation, okay? What am I holding on to that is ready to be released? And just allow whatever it may be to come up into your experience. To allow yourself to feel it, to acknowledge it, and to allow yourself to release it. There's different visualization you can do as well. I like the fire cleansing visualization. I like water cleansing visualizations. Also, breath work is amazing to help with that release work. The reason why you do that release in the beginning is so that you can be clear as you begin setting intention. If you don't release these things that are kind of in your consciousness that are what you've been like kind of perpetuating, you're still going to be coming from a space of lack mentality or a space of limitation instead of setting intentions from a space of clarity. So that's why you start here. You start with the release. So once you finish the release process, then you move into asking yourself, what do I truly desire? What do I truly desire? And allow yourself to just write that out. I desire peace, I desire clarity, etc., etc. As you are doing that, let yourself be consciously aware of any sort of limiting thoughts, beliefs that are coming up that are telling you why you can't have that, or why you haven't experienced it, or why you aren't worthy of it. Whatever it may be, write them down so you can be clear on them. Okay? Once you become clear on these limiting beliefs and these limiting thoughts that you have about why you can't have what you truly desire, write an affirmation that is the opposite of what you believe. So for example, I had that I was too young, I am eternal. I don't know enough, I have divine wisdom. I don't have enough experience, I am divinely guided and connected to the truth. Okay? So then, throughout the week, when those limiting beliefs come up, you can affirm what is real. So first you acknowledge that that limiting belief is what was coming up in your consciousness. You recognize that that was the pattern of the past, and you are willing to believe differently, and that willingness is where you are stating these new truths. What is really true about you. Maybe you don't believe they're true yet, but you will. So that was step 2, becoming clear on what you desire and what the limiting beliefs are that have been preventing you from experiencing that. Third step is intention setting. We're going to be a little bit more broad on the intention setting. Here's the 3 intentions one more time. Today, I will be aware of limiting beliefs or thoughts that are not in alignment with my true desire. Today, I am willing to shift any limiting beliefs. And today, I will experience what I truly desire. And you can be very specific. Today, I will experience peace. Today, I will experience what you truly desire. Ooh, this was so fun. This was so fun. Okay. Questions. They said to ask if anybody has questions, and then we're going to do a little bit of sharing after. But first, questions. Oh my gosh, that was really fun. Whew. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Dude, it's Lionsgate. If you're trying to manifest a lottery win and you've been manifesting that, fucking go for it. You will experience all the love. You will experience all the love. This was very specifically doing this today because Lionsgate and the new moon energy is so powerful for manifesting, specifically abundance. And so we did this today. That's what my guides had me do. Once you go through this process, you don't have to do it every day, but what you do need to do every day, what the practice is that intention setting and allowing yourself to become aware of those limiting beliefs, be willing to change them, and do the practice in changing them. So that's where this is an everyday thing. That's the practice. That's the work. That's where you can understand these things intellectually. You can understand processes. You can understand in theory how these work. But actually implementing them and doing the work is where you see the change. Absolutely, absolutely to repeat the same intention every day. Absolutely. Yes. Consistency is one of the most powerful ways for us to change and shift into our truth. You don't need to come up with different intentions. that consistency is really, really key. And you'll feel and you'll know, like if it starts to feel stale, or if you start to feel stagnant in that, or if you feel like you haven't had a lot of movement, you'll feel that it might be time to shift into a different intention. But these 3 that I gave are very broad. To be aware of limiting beliefs, to be willing to shift, and to what you are going to experience. Those are very broad, and so you can use those 3 in every day, but you can switch out. Today I will experience what I truly desire. You can switch out what you are going to be experiencing as your intentions shift. It's okay, Kim. I felt like that the whole time. Like I started, if you weren't here in the beginning, I am not good at doing this for myself. I'm not good at sitting down and intention setting and doing these things. And that was why my guides were like, you're going to go live today and do this. So that's normal. I promise you didn't do anything wrong. I promise. And it will start to feel more natural as you practice through it. That tendency to feel like you did something wrong, I resonate with that so deeply, because I have a perfectionist tendency. And so if I'm like not instantly good at something, or if it's something I've never tried before, I have an adversity to want to do it at all, because I'm like, I might not be good at it, and I need to be perfect. So this is partially why this pushed me out of my comfort zone, because I've never led anybody else through this. And yes. Oh, thank you. And I'm so glad you were here too. I'm so glad you were here. Make sure you guys are drinking water. Yes, there is a point where our beliefs will change so deeply that it stays that way. Yes, 100%. But it takes practice. That's where that consistency really, really comes in key. We have the same hammock chair. Not a coincidence. No way. No way. Be aware of limiting beliefs. Be willing to shift those limiting beliefs, and then affirm what is really true and not just what you believe to be true. I am going to create this templated kind of thing to provide on my website. So I will create a little something for everybody too, if you didn't get a chance to hear it all. Excuse me. Healing burpees, we're still releasing. If you weren't here for the whole process, or if you missed some of it, or if you were just the type of person that needs that tangibility, I will make that for you. We are drinking water to stay hydrated. Water is very cleansing, so especially as we're moving through these energies, especially these transformative type energies, it takes a big toll on our body. So hydration, number one, but also to cleanse, to help cleanse out any of that stuff. You want a piece of jewelry. That's really funny you say that. Hey, announcement. I actually made this. This is my first piece that I made, and I'm being guided that I'm going to be making intuitive jewelry with channeled messages. So I'm going to be posting, I actually have about eight that I already made. So I'm going to be posting those probably this week. But if you have anything in particular that you're looking for, let me know. And maybe I have something for you. Thank you. How do we connect with your spirit guides? So you are already connected to your spirit guides. They are always in connection and communication with you. And it's more a process of you learning how to be receptive and hear them. So I like to call it the path of least resistance. And the easiest way that I have been guided into discovering your path of least resistance is, what kind of a learner are you? So when you are learning something new, are you a visual learner? Are you an auditorial learner? Are you a learn by doing type person? Do you read to learn a new idea? Do you have to watch something on the screen? What type of learner are you? And maybe you're a combination of them. But what type of learner you are will correlate to what clair ability is going to be the easiest for you to essentially open up and begin utilizing and recognizing. So if you're a visual learner, you probably have clairvoyance. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get actual physical visions. It means that your clairvoyance is going to be the strongest. So physical, like light type cues could be in the beginning for you, but it is also mental imagery. Okay, so for example, if you are the type of person that when you are reading a book, you are mentally visualizing everything that you're reading on the page, that's a clairvoyant ability. But we just don't necessarily recognize the fact that that is clairvoyance, right? That's just something that we think our imagination does. But so when I am doing a channeling and I say something like they're showing me XYZ, I'm usually not physically seeing it. It's just a mental image of what they're trying to kind of convey. So, for example, if you're listening to some music and you start envisioning this beautiful cathedral and all of these different things, that's your clairvoyance. So, path of least resistance. Path of least resistance for receiving messages. If you are a tangible, tactile learner, you learn by doing, you really have to do the practices. You are the type of person that you're going to maybe hear an idea or watch a video or read about something, and it's going to really it's going to hit home. You're going to be like, yes, I read that resonates with me 100%. But if you don't take action on it and actually implement it into your life, it's going to remain as just this idea in your head. So you have to actually take action on those things if you are a tangible learner. So for example, you read a guided meditation and you think it's beautiful, but you didn't actually sit down and do that guided meditation. You have to actually sit down and do the meditation. That's how you are going to open your connection more clearly. One of the ways that I always really encourage people to start recognizing their connection and that they're receiving guidance is to journal, is to do what is called automatic writing or stream of consciousness writing, which is where you would write a question down and then literally just without filtering or without any sort of censorship of yourself, write everything that's coming to your mind. Just write and write and write and write and write. And you will be blown away. You will be blown away by what you read in what came out of your pen. I guarantee it. And then once you do that practice and you become more aware of some of the things that you're writing, you'll start recognizing that they're coming in other ways as well, usually through thoughts or through other sorts of things. Coming to get ya. You guys, I just had to hold everything in my being. I just had to hold everything back in my being to not respond inappropriately. I'm doing so great. Exactly, Boop, exactly. Everything you're writing down is not only your thoughts, but is also connected consciousness. And I love that phrasing, connected consciousness. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, we are all one consciousness and one being. Exactly. Okay, were there any other questions about this? Our manifesting our intentions? am getting nudged that it's probably time for me to eat, because I haven't eaten today. And probably time for me to do some other things, finish my manifesting and my intentions. I think I'm gonna try to get this posted today for Lionsgate. Once it's up on my website, I will I'll post a video on TikTok to tell you guys the link is in my bio to get to it. Aw, love you too. Thank you. I know. I actually genuinely can feel the energy of the trolls and what their true intentions are when they come in. And I can feel when there's somebody that's like kind of on the skirting the edge of like, they're actually genuinely curious about what we're talking about, but they're still in fear from what they were taught. So I can feel the difference between somebody that's a genuine like agitator that's just trying to come in and like stir the pot and you know, that sort of thing, versus they actually want to be here, but they feel guilty about it. So I never sit down and do this stuff either, so I'm really glad that you were here. It does make it a lot easier. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Holly. Thank you. Somebody asked if you have asked if they had a crystal that you wanted me to work with. I'm honestly just getting started, so I'm not quite sure. But if you want to send me a photo of good morning from Georgia, that's where I'm at too. If you want to send me a photo, DM me on Instagram and send me a photo of your crystal, and I'll let you know what I feel from it. Yeah, I know that too. That too, Ricky. Okay, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Make sure to keep this, what you truly desire, at the forefront of your mind. And I'll be posting this for everybody. And yeah, hydrate, 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 and love you guys. I will eat. Yes, make sure everybody eats. Everybody eats, drinks a lot of water today. Ricky, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for all the new soul fam that joined us today. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, let me disconnect from this energy before we actually say goodbye. Everybody that was here as well, make sure you disconnect from the collective community energy as well. So we disconnect from this community energy, spirit in the highest good. I send back any energy fragments or soul fragments that I may have picked up, knowing or unknowingly, sending all energy back to source, wrapped in love and light in the highest good. And I recall any energy that I may have sent out, calling it all back to myself in the highest good. Cleared, cleansed, and cord has been cut. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.